Hey, it's Manny. It's PTS weekend, title update 11, and we have our first look at the new Summit game mode. In this video, I'll cover what you can expect to find in this new game mode, but remember, this is PTS, so some of this could change before release. Before we start, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and ding that notification bell so you know when there's new videos. And if you're looking for someone to game with, you can find me and other players in the Militia Discord server. The link is in the description below. Alright, the summit is 100 floors of encounters, and you'll see cleaners, rikers, outcasts, hyenas, true sons, and black tusk, basically everyone. So the floor difficulty is also preset, so there's no changing it. The first floors 1 through 10 are all normal difficulty, 11 through 20 are hard, and 21 through 30 are challenging, 31 through 40 are challenging with 1 directive on, 41 through 50 are challenging with 3 directives on, 51 to 60 are all heroic, and then 61 through 70 are all heroic with 1 directive. 71 through 80 are all heroic with 3 directives. Then you get to 81 through 90, and that's legendary. Then 91 to 99, well, actually 91 to 100 are all going to be legendary with 4 directives. The 5 different directives you can expect to see are going to be ammo hoarders, which essentially you only have half your ammo capacity. You have fog of war, which is you don't see no mini map. Then you have cool skills. So basically, once you use 1 skill, the other skill goes on cooldown for a certain amount of time. Then you have special ammo, where the enemies actually have special ammo, can shoot you once in a while. Then there's also no regen. That's where between encounters, once there's no enemies left, you do not get your armor back. When you first start, your only option is to go to floor 1. But once you clear 10 floors and you kill the boss, you can then go to the next floor. So once you kill the boss on floor 10, you can actually come back and start off at floor 11 and so on. So you kill the boss. Every 10 levels is a boss. So floor 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100 is a boss level. Once you complete that level, you can now unlock and fast travel or take the elevator up to the next level. For example, 11, 21, 31. Now, every 3 floors you come to, so floor 3, 6, 9, 13, 16, 19, 23, 26, 29, and so on, will actually give you a checkpoint. So what ends up happening is if you die on one of the next floors up until the next checkpoint, you will respawn at that one. So if you get to floor 2 and die, you go back down to floor 1. If you get to floor 3 and die, you go back down to floor 1. If you get to floor 4, you go back down to floor 3. So that's basically how it works. So every 3 floors is a checkpoint, plus the boss level is a checkpoint too. So level 10, 20, 30, 40, those are all checkpoints. So the checkpoints themselves, the 3, the 6, the 9 checkpoints, are only good while you're in Summit. If you leave and come back, those checkpoints are gone, and you have to start over from the either 1st, 11th, 21st, 31st, one of those floors. Those checkpoints are forever. If you're on a set of floors that have directives, the directives will be set during these checkpoints. As you can see me walking out this door, you see heroic, and I have 3. I have ammo hoarders, no regen, and special ammo. They are random and can and will change during every checkpoint. Even if you die and come back, it'll be a different set. All right, so let's talk about the encounters. There are 7 different types of encounters, not including the bosses, that you'll face while going through here. And each floor will have 2 to 3 different encounters on the floor. So the first encounter we'll talk about is the most basic one. It's actually called Secure the Area. And it is just as it sounds. Basically have to just kill all the enemies in the area. That's it. Very basic. And it'll tell you once everyone's dead, and you'll continue on. The next encounter is hack the terminals. There's going to be 2 to 3 terminals that you'll actually have to hack. So the encounter won't actually start. No enemies will come until you start hacking the first terminal. You have to stand in the terminal until it turns to 100%, and that one shuts off. Then you stand in the next one until it turns 100%, and it shuts off. Meanwhile, you have to fight waves of enemies. There's X number of waves of enemies. I don't know exactly how many. There's only a few. But no matter how long you take, there's only so many waves. So you could actually kill all the waves before you hack the terminals, but you have to start hacking the terminals first before the waves come in. The third encounter we'll talk about is protect the hostage. It's exactly as it sounds. There's 1 hostage in the room. You just have to protect him against the waves of enemy. That's the end of it. Not too hard. Just pay attention to their health and go from there. A new encounter we haven't seen before is actually capture the SHD supply crate, right? So basically, this is one of those supply crates that throws out drones and turrets and things like that. So it's captured by the enemy right now, you're going to go into it. It's going to go from 100 down to 0, and then it becomes neutral and goes from 0 to 100, and then we own it. And meanwhile, waves of enemies come out, and once again, there's an X number of amount of waves. So whether you capture it or not, once you kill all the waves, you can just run into it, cap it, and then leave from there. So just sit in there. Once you own it, though, any turrets or drones that are thrown out belong to you, so they'll actually help you during the fight. So another new type of encounter is basically destroying servers that are controlling hacked warhounds. These warhounds are immune. I don't know why, but they're immune. You can't do any damage to them. So what you have to do is destroy the servers that are connecting to them. Now, this is actually an encounter I've noticed that you can tell right away what it's going to be, because you can actually see the red lines where the warhounds are actually connected to the servers. Destroy the servers, and the warhounds, basically, you have to destroy all the servers. It could be 2 to 3. I think that's it. 3, maybe 4 servers that you have to destroy, and go from there. Now, it's really easy early on, but later on, once you get to heroic level and stuff like this, the warhounds, the sniping warhounds, actually do a ton of damage. So you got to try to run around, and the servers are hidden in like strange areas. You can't just see them from the doorway, so you can't just shoot them. So what you have to do is run around, find the servers, shoot the servers. Meanwhile, you got the sniping dog shooting you, and you got some infantry running around shooting you as well. So it gets a little tougher later on. The sixth type of encounter you might have to face is an Emp Jammer. Basically, destroy the Emp Jammer. You actually have to go in the circle from line of sight of the actual EMP and wait till it ticks up to 100. Once it's 100, then you can actually shoot it, but you have to hide here. Meanwhile, there are waves of enemies. I find it easier just to like kill all the enemies first, stay far away from the EMP Jammer, and just kill all the enemies, and then you could deal with the EMP Jammer when there's no one around. The last type of possible encounter you'll see is basically secure the area, but there's actually toxic gas, so you have to find a terminal, hit the terminal so that you don't die. You can see the green gas forming right now. I found, though, most of the time there's a diamond that says, you know, here's a terminal, run in there, click, so you can see the diamond there, click that one. On the later ones, I've actually had it happen where I couldn't see the diamond, and I had to actually run through and try to find the terminal, just run around, look at every single computer terminal to see which one it is. So it's some bugs. It's obviously PTS, so there are some bugs we might have to deal with. Hopefully they get these worked out in the final product. Then to the boss levels. So every 10th level is going to be a boss level. So 10, 20, 30, 40, right? Very basic. Secure the area, kill enough guys, and then the boss comes out, and it's just, you know, a named boss. So it's really not that difficult. I haven't found this too hard. I have not done level 100. I hear there's actually a bug right now with level 100, but I have not gotten that far. So I'm on level 90. I'm on 91 right now. So tonight I'll be messing around with that and going up from there. Once you defeat the boss, you'll be going to another elevator, and at this point you'll get to choose which level you want to go to, because now it's a safe area. You've locked in, and you can always come back to that level. So you can see I just killed the boss on level 10. Now I can go to level 11 and level 1, whichever one I want to go to. It's permanently open like that forever. It's not like the regular checkpoints, like the 3, 9, and 3, 6, and 9 level checkpoints, which are only good until you leave Summit. And after those boss levels, you have a safe area, which is basically they have a vendor and some stuff. At later levels, there's a stash, so you can actually switch gear out, which is kind of nice. But the vendor you can only sell stuff with the vendor, and that's it. So I don't know if they're going to add more to it later, but that's what you have right now in the PTS. So that covers all the encounters, you know, the 7 different types plus the boss encounter. Now, as far as the floor lay goes, I've noticed there's about, 5, 6 handful of different types of rooms, and the only thing that changes is obviously the encounter type for that room, where the enemies come out of, and where you enter the room and where you exit the room. Then there's some hallways and things like that, and there's like a handful of different hallways as well. So that's where the dynamic part of it comes from. I don't know though if floor 1 is always exactly the same, or if it randomizes which floor it's going to be. So I don't know about replayability. That's the one concern I have. Once you go from 0 to 100 and you're done, I should say 1 to 100, are you going to want to play this again? That's going to be the real key. I don't know if this is going to end up being like Kenley College, where it's you play it one time and no one really wants to play it again, or are they going to add more things to it? In the hallways, there's a lot of locked doors that you shoot locks off, and there's nothing in there. So I don't know if they're planning on add more. Obviously, like I said, this is PTS. It's early on. They can add more things to it, but they can't. I doubt they'll change it too much. So, we'll see how it goes. The last thing before I go, I want to mention one thing is be careful in the hallways. There are enemies in the hallways, and sometimes they just appear right there. They can actually appear right around you. Obviously, it's probably a little buggy, but just be wary. They've almost got me a few times. You think you're safe in the hallways, and you're running through, and all of a sudden there's a bunch of enemies there. Just be careful. There you have it. That's Summit. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit that like button below and leave a comment if you have any questions. Or better yet, if you happen to play Summit as well, please let me know in the comments below what you thought of it. If you'd like to see more content like this, then please smash that subscribe button. And you can also follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Maniocrity, where I stream Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, agents, happy hunting.